Imagine a secret team of codebreakers hunkering down in the dark, working in silence as they race against time. The fate of the world hangs in the balance. Every second counts. Can they succeed where others have failed? In the darkest days of World War II, this wasn't just a movie scene, it was reality. And the story is centered around one man, Alan Turing. He was a mathematician who led a team of codebreakers at Bletchley Park in England. They had one mission: crack the unbreakable. We're talking about the infamous Enigma code. It's hard to overstate how important this effort was. It shortened World War II by 2 years, saving countless lives and laying the groundwork for modern computing. Yet for decades, Turing and his colleagues worked in secrecy. Their stories were kept under wraps, their contributions almost forgotten. But now we're going to shine a light on these hidden heroes. We'll pull back the curtain and explore how the quietest revolution in history happened and why it still matters today. You can probably guess that the work of Turing and his team didn't involve loud noises or explosions, but rather the quiet clickety-clack of typewriters and the turning of gears. They weren't soldiers, but intellectuals. Their weapons weren't guns or bombs, but machines and mathematics. So how did their work become such a pivotal part of the war? To understand that, we need to look at the enemy they were facing, the Enigma machine. This machine was the German military's way of keeping their communication secure. Basically, it was an advanced cipher that scrambled messages so only those who had the right key could decipher them. If you wanted to send a message, you type it out on an Enigma machine. The machine would then scramble those letters, turning them into a seemingly random jumble. Only someone who knew the Enigma's settings, its rotors and plugboard configuration, could unscramble the message. The trouble was the Enigma machine could generate billions of possible code combinations in a single day. This made it seem like the messages were unbreakable, which is why the Axis powers felt so confident using them. But that's when Alan Turing and his team stepped in. They believed that no system was truly unbreakable and they set out to prove it. Now, before we get into how they cracked the code, let's talk about the man leading the charge, Alan Turing. Born in 1912 in London, England, Turing displayed an early aptitude for mathematics and engineering. His brilliance took him to the prestigious King's College, Cambridge, where he graduated with top honors in 1934. But it wasn't all about books and theories. Turing had a taste for adventure too. He joined the Home Guard during the Second World War, training for potential invasion from Europe. When war broke out, Turing abandoned his research to join the race against time. He was recruited by the British Code and Cipher School at Bletchley Park in Buckinghamshire, tasked with breaking the toughest enemy codes. Here, Turing wouldn't just be a cog in the machine. He'd be its architect. His role was to design, build, and refine machines that could break the Enigma code. Turing, with his sharp mind and adventurous spirit, fit right in. He and his team of codebreakers were about to embark on a mission that would change history. So let's jump back to the challenge at hand, cracking the Enigma code. How did Turing and his team go about it? Well, let's start with the tools at their disposal. On one side was the Enigma machine itself. As we mentioned, this was the German encryption device. On the other side were Turing's creations, the bomb machines. These were purpose-built computers designed to help decrypt Enigma messages. Think of the Enigma machine as a lock safe and the bomb as a bunch of tools that try different keys to open it. The difference is the bomb wasn't run by hands, but by electricity and gears. This made it much faster at trying millions of key combinations than any human could do. When a message was intercepted, the bomb would quickly test various settings until it found the right one. Once the correct settings were identified, the bomb could produce the original message. So the team was able to read what the Germans were planning. But how did the bomb work? What made it so special? You know, it sounds complicated, but here's the basic idea. It had rotating wheels called rotors inside that mixed up the letters as the user typed them in. By setting the rotors to the right order and using a special plug board, they could encode or decode messages. The Enigma machine used 3 rotors, but the bomb had 6. This extra capacity allowed it to tackle more complex codes, including those generated by the Enigma machine. The bomb wasn't just a brilliant piece of engineering, it was a game changer in the war. Thanks to the Bombe, the Allies could read German communications, gaining insight into enemy movements, plans, and even secrets. For instance, the Bombe helped decipher weather reports, logistics, and even battle strategies. This gave the Allies a significant advantage, helping them predict enemy moves and coordinate their own operations. But the impact of the Bombe went beyond the war. It laid the foundation for modern computers. Before the Bombe, the idea of a programmable machine that could perform complex calculations at lightning speed was mostly science fiction. Turing's invention changed that, bringing us closer to the digital age we live in today. The bombs didn't just crack the Enigma code, they cracked open a new world of possibilities. However, despite the success of the bomb, it wasn't always smooth sailing. There were times when the Germans altered the Enigma's code, making decryption harder. This meant that Turing and his team weren't just fighting the Axis powers, they were engaged in a constant battle against time and complexity. Whenever the Germans changed the Enigma's code, the Bombe had to be updated. This required relentless effort, constant tinkering, and a lot of coffee. But the team pressed on. They worked tirelessly, driven by the belief that every code, no matter how complex, could be broken. This struggle highlights the essence of Turing's brilliance. It wasn't just about building machines. It was about pushing the boundaries of what was possible. As the war raged on, so did the work at Bletchley Park. The stakes were high and the pressure was immense. But through it all, Turing and his team held firm, staying committed to their mission. But we can't talk about the work done at Bletchley Park without acknowledging the elephant in the room. While Turing's brilliance was key, it was often overshadowed by the prejudice he faced as a gay man. At the time, homosexuality was illegal in the UK and Turing was prosecuted for what is now considered a victimless crime. Instead of allowing this injustice to define him, Turing channeled his energy into his work, proving that brilliance knows no bounds. It is important to remember that the work done at Bletchley Park wasn't just about codes and ciphers. It was about doing the impossible in the face of great odds. It was about teamwork, resilience, and brilliance. It was about taking away the seconds as they raced against time. It was about staying one step ahead in a silent war of wits. And above all, it was about hope. Hope that even in the darkest days, intelligence and determination could prevail. So can you imagine a world without computers or the internet? Without Turing, that might have been our reality. If you enjoyed this glimpse into history's hidden heroes, hit subscribe for more untold stories that shape our world. And if you want to learn more about Alan Turing and his incredible life, stay tuned for more content.